Yo, 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 YouTube. I had a chance to go to another card show that I'd never been to before. This one was in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. It's sort of the hub of our US postal system in this state, so it's kind of interesting to get down there. It's just outside Milwaukee. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. Me and my buddy, Batman Cards, Brian Jorgensen went with me, so that was kind of cool. It was the first time him and I went to a show together. We had a lot of fun and got some good stuff. Stay tuned at the end of this video and I will show you the pickups. You got problems.
Oh yeah, so I don't mind. I mean, my brothers all raced. My nephews raced 4 cylinders.
Yeah. So this show's crazy. The parking lot was so full we ended up having to park across the street at the Target. It's held at the Salvation Army in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Now, what's interesting about this show, and I haven't been to one of these in a long time, but they actually charge an admission. It's just a $1 admission, and the money goes to the Salvation Army, so no problems there at all. It's just interesting because you don't see admission charging shows very often.
As coming down from going past Swinger, that was every Friday. Almost every Friday or Saturday trek for him.
Sure.
This is back in like 08, 07 because he was doing points nationally. He was hitting Iowa, Missouri. I can't do that.
Well, I mean, I suppose if you can see just how full this parking lot is. You might see a couple spots open up towards the front here, but there is a couple other activities going on in the building, and there's some spots reserved just for those activities. So we did have to, as you can see with lots of other people walking across, we did have to park across the street.
Safety cages and whatnot.
So this show's about 125 tables, I think is the estimate. It's been going on for a while. It's a pretty big one. You'll see here we run into some regulars up at our shows in the Green Bay and Appleton area, so lots of people travel down for this one. You can't really go wrong with Dale Earnhardt. I'll buy that stuff once in a while.
Yeah, I got the admission.
Oh, they charge admission?
Yep, $1.
I didn't know that. Yeah, well, it goes to the good cause, Salvation Army. Thank you, appreciate it. So we're in finally. We're looking at the first dealer's tables here. He's got some wax, not really my thing, bunch of individually priced singles and so forth. So I decided to move on my way down. Now this place doesn't look that big, but it's actually kind of deceiving. There's like 5 giant rooms in here. There's a couple big conference rooms, a gym. I think there's like a dining hall area, and they're all filled with sports card tables. It's crazy.
And you can also pay me on PayPal. If you have PayPal.
So you can see off to the right there was a big room there. Off to the left you can see there's a big gym there. Off to my right where I'm facing now there's another big room. So there's just a ton of space.
Adam?
How you doing?
Where you guarantee the goofy thing.
Alright, where do we want to start? Even though I've been doing this for quite a while, it still can be very overwhelming at a big show to try to figure out where to start. You don't want to dig for a long period of time somewhere and then miss an opportunity somewhere else. The main reason I came to this show was there's supposed to be a big non-sport card dealer, and I actually ended up never really finding that dealer. But I did find some other non-sport stuff, so stick around and you'll see that later. I'm really walking around just trying to find a spot that feels right. Some boxes that look right. I don't know, I haven't really found anything yet that I wanted to get a start on. I paused here because I thought maybe I found a dealer with some good bulk vintage. There's no prices on anything. He wasn't really engaging me. You can see he's just playing with his phone, kind of ignoring me, and it just didn't feel right. And I didn't flip through a couple rows, and I didn't really see anything that I wanted to ask about. I had this box sorted by player. This is basketball, and I found a little stack of Rodmans. I thought I'd poke through those, but again, no real references to prices, no buy one get one, no, I don't know. All the cards were loose, which I don't really like if I'm going to pay up a little bit for singles. And as you can see, there was nothing really spectacular in the stack as well, so I just decided to move on.
Oh, really?
So my main targets for this show were non-sport, Kobe, Jordan, Shaq, Mahomes, some of the kind of hot baseball guys right now, Dominguez, some of the newer football rookies, Bryce Young, stuff like that. Those were going to be my main targets. And of course, my usuals, Brady, Favre, so on and so on. Now, ironically enough, I find some 2 for $1 box. 2 for $1 is like my hot new thing. I don't know why. I just go through these streaks of what types of value boxes I like to dig through. Dug through the first couple and was like, nah, 50 cents with the top load. There was some okay stuff in there, nothing spectacular, but I decided to continue to look. It's at the very end of the show in this room. I know no one had to look through them yet. And to top it all off, it's actually a dealer I know from Green Bay. So I thought it would be worth my effort to kind of poke through them a little bit and see if I could put together a stack. One thing I find is interesting in the stacks I put together from this show is it's a lot of Hall of Fame old-time players, but in newer sets. Those have been doing pretty well for me. I've been buying Mantle forever, but trying to expand on that a little bit and have some other guys that are bigger names. I do some Nolan Ryan, I've got Ripken, stuff like that, but he had some decent stuff in these boxes, so it was a good start. The first 3 cards I bought, or I threw aside here, were a pink Brooks Robinson, a Mickey Mantle, and I don't remember what the other card is. Oh, a Dan Fouts. Dan Fouts Select Die Cut. Those are all out of the 2 for $1 box. Boxes, I should say. I like how you worked yourself some free table space.
Because he keeps shoving us down.
Do they?
Yeah, I mean, look at how much room's between the tables.
Yeah.
He took his case, Tom, 2 guys down, and spread his table and put his case over it, and just jammed the tables down. And we get the 2 like 5-foot tables here, and I was like, why am I paying the same for 2 5s? Because the guy that has 2 8s right there. I'm like, how is that fair?
Yeah, that isn't fair.
I'm like, he's got 6 feet, he's got a full extra
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
And we're paying the same. Greg Christensen moved to the hallway and got 2 8s. He goes,
Also, I guess you got to relocate. Time to move. There's supposed to be a big non-sport dealer here. Do you know where she's set up by chance?
No.
Okay. That's my next mission.
$20.
10 bucks?
20?
20? So I agreed on Matt's $20 price here. I'll show you what I picked up at the end of this video, and you can tell me if you think it was the right price. He's like, 10? Heck yeah.
Yeah. Do you want a bag? Or you want them in?
I'll just throw them in my bag. We're all top loaded, so we're
Sure you
good.
don't want me to toss them in a bag and wrap them or something?
No. If you want, sure.
Put them in.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
At least then they're not sliding all over.
Yeah. Plus, it'll help me keep them separate of what I bought where.
Yeah. Separate for sorting. You bringing some help with you in a couple weeks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I messaged you. I'm like, oh, I haven't heard anything. I'll just double check real quick and just make sure.
Guys, I got it. I feel like a very comfortable
regulars.
with them showing up. And
Absolutely. I just wanted you to know I was coming. So.
Yeah. And I was just going through
we're
the other guys first, like
Right.
new people,
Right.
just to try to.
Well, when I was talking to Charlie about it, the other guy that'll be there with me, I said, I don't ever want to give up my spot. Because if you get somebody else in there and they become loyal, you're going to be like, nope, that guy gets the table. And you should.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to be sure that I always have my spot.
One open right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That'll
like
change.
Tim couldn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, but he's like, well, can I be back in where I am in December? And it's like,
I don't know.
try. Like he's been there every time, and then this time, I mean, he's got family
Sometimes things
function,
come up.
and
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
yeah. But then everybody, because he had to miss when he had surgery.
Sure.
He comes back, and the other guy's like, can I have the same spot? I'm like, can I move you down like tables? Like it'll be same.
I love my little hallway
it's like,
spot. It's perfect. Yeah.
So,
I don't want to give that up.
As to try to.
Right.
Like you said,
Please
the guys
everybody.
that are there all the time, and I get something's going to inevitably. Benji's gone next time. He's got a wedding in Vegas.
Sure.
It's like, I've been there every other
That's what I like
time,
about
and I'm
having
like,
somebody else with me. 'Cause if I can't go, I'd be like, all right, can you guys cover the tables? And,
it's
you
nice
know,
to have
you
a
should
little
be
bit of
okay all the time. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, good to see you. Lo and behold, there's another 2 for $1 box right next door. So of course, I gotta look.
I didn't count them. That's okay. See what the damage is.
It actually went back up this morning. I mean, it's so median ground.
So first table dead ahead inside the doorway to this room, I found a bunch of monster boxes with 10-cent cards. And they were sorted by team. Now, they weren't really sorted by player, so it was still kind of random. It was all football, which is okay. That's my bread and butter. But I figured, okay, I could probably poke through a couple of these teams where I normally buy cards of players and find a bunch of cards to purchase. I was mostly just looking for big name stars, rookies, parallels, that kind of thing, numbered cards, and then brands that you don't see very often. I could tell some of these were a little bit older, like early 2000s, mid 2000s, and that's good stuff to pick up. There wasn't nearly as much stuff printed then. I picked up a good couple hundred cards out of these boxes, so stay tuned to the end of the video to see what I bought. I found this dealer set up on a stage at the end of this room. I'm not even sure what this room is exactly. It was a very unique place to have a card show, but they had all these 8-foot long tables of these monster boxes, not really organized, so a lot of people digging through them. Totally my environment. But he has boxes that I dig through quite often that always confuse me. It's a bunch of parallels and number cards of no-name players, and I don't know, I don't like to shop for that kind of stuff, so I dig through, I try to find some value and see if I could come away with something, but I just don't see it.
Right back to him, be like, here, yo, I'm gonna buy it all. Like, wow, all these good cards.
How many shows do you do now? You doing this in Orland? I'm going to do Orland. This is the only one you're doing? I buy it every other show.
If I'm going to buy random no-name players, even if they are refractors, numbered cards, whatever, I want to get them in ginormous lots for really cheap, like a penny or two. I certainly want to pay up 10 cents or a quarter a piece. Figured since I was here, I'd at least try my hand at the dime boxes. So all the non-sleeved cards are 10 cents. I found some soccer, which is pretty rare ever in discount boxes for me, so I figured I would at least dig through that. It's all just match attacks, cheap stuff, but I do like those products and sell a lot of it, so I'm willing to look through and see if I can find something. I got 11. 11, 10 cent.
$1.
Okay. And now my mission is to go find that non-sport dealer in the red shirt that Brian was just telling me about.
Get out this way.
Remember this dollar box dealer right on the corner of the aisle here? I spent a good portion of my afternoon there.
Well, I got here late, but
I remember this guy. I believe he was at the dealer at the National where I bought a ton of my non-sport stuff, My Little Pony, that kind of thing. So I am happy to dig through. He doesn't have nearly as many boxes as he did at the National, but I'm happy to dig through this stuff and see if I can find some winners. Sorry about the glare on the cards in this scene here. I did not realize that the sun was shining in so bad on them, or I would have moved to a different spot.
$3 price tag, but it's still 50 cents. Still 50 cents.
This pricing here on the top loads is 50 cents each. If you buy 100 or more, you get them at 40 cents a piece. So obviously the goal will be to get even a few over 100 for the 40-cent price.
Thank you.
I usually just wind up throwing them away.
No,
so
that's
I figured
that's
I'd
great.
give them back to you guys if you wanted them.
I appreciate it. I use a lot of used ones, and when I run out, I gotta buy them brand new. So this saves me money. I appreciate it.
Good. Gotta be good for something.
Put down the clock and put up a camera.
Was there a clock up there? Yeah. I didn't even know. I see the camera. Yeah. Guess they don't want you to know what time it is. You guys, you're good. You're good. Thank you so much.
Oh, you bet. Thank you.
Run back.
Please.
Thank you for the holders too. Appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah. I got to be thinking about it.
Yeah, if you got more next time, I'll take them.
All right.
That's the cut right here.
Okay,
This
I was
is all
just
going to be hockey.
Okay.
So that was the end of it.
Gotcha. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, if you have no interest in hockey, you don't need to dig anymore in that box.
Not really.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more non-sport?
There's a wrestling box and one miscellaneous box over here of 10 somethings.
Okay, can I dig those? But also I don't need the wrestling, but I'll go, yeah, I'll do the other.
Yeah, I don't know what's in. I just grabbed the one I didn't grab a whole lot today.
Okay. Let's see what's in it. Bunch of Obama stuff. Interesting.
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Okay. So I did find some My Little Pony stuff in here, but it was pretty picked over, mostly by me at the National. But I found a few cards in there. The character name cards and stuff do pretty well, so I'd picked up a couple that I must have missed when I dug at the National. Back through.
What's doing good with you? I love the shirt.
Thanks. I'm a whole lot of that. Working, how to drive.
Yeah. You open anything lately?
No.
Oh, really? That's the Charmander Pro 1.6 though.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now it's time to come back and dig the football box, as well as I noticed quite a few cards he had in one of his baseball boxes were like Hall of Famers but newer sets, which, as I talked about earlier in this video, is something that I'm after right now.
So next time, you can come early, okay? I'm very tempted. Doing that? Oh yeah,
Be sure to watch till the end of the video to see all my pickups from this dealer buy as well. And I'm back to this dealer on the corner here. I could tell he was going to have good dollar boxes. I dug through some stuff already. See, I found a few Otanis there. You buy any Otani at $1. I don't understand he's injured and some things are going on there, but still, Otanis are a definite buy. He had some Jordan and some Kobe, and it was just great.
That looks good.
Told you to ISO on him. Told you to ISO on him. Huh? Told you to ISO on him.
Dude, red backpack?
You lost him. Where do you go? $100 for a you gotta get some
Or are you bringing your PS1 Oh my god. I'm gonna text you. Oh, I'm gonna text you. Hey, Julia, you can spend time with you. You can let him play. I'm gonna hit her up. Oh, she will. Had a conversation the other day about the
I didn't pull it out though because I'm an idiot. I didn't think of it until just now. Yep. Kelsey.
I know he's cool, like you said, you grabbed
Yeah, I don't
Jason.
know. I don't know that I want to pay a buck though.
Or like next time there.
Desmond Ritter rookie. So this is just about where I ran out of room on the SD card on the camera. Something I have to think about upgrading since now I shoot in 4K. But you get the gist, and I'll show you the pickups. There you have it. My first time ever going to the Oak Creek show. I had a great time. Tons of dealers, more to look at than you can do in a day. Obviously, I got lots of cards. I got lots of video, and I will show you all my pickups at the end of this video. Just to do a quick recap, when we first got in there, we went to the gymnasium, found some 2 for $1 top-loaded boxes, which are one of my new sweet spots. And then we kind of followed that up with a 10-cent dealer on football cards, and it was not all ultra modern. It was 2000s, 2005s, 2010s, stuff like that. So I was really excited about that. It's a nice big stack of those to show you. Then we found kind of the random $quarter or quarter box, dime box dealer who does the no-namer players and parallels and things like that. But I did find a very small stack out of those. As a matter of fact, it's like 11 cards. But that's okay. Found a buck's worth of cards out of it. That's fine with me. And I kind of bailed out early because I wanted to get to the non-sport dealer. Which brings me up to that dealer. We found some nice stuff in the non-sport box, some stuff in the 2 for $1 football box, some in the baseball, and then a few 10-cent non-sport cards. So it was a good experience there. And we went right back down that aisle and we found that dollar box seller. Kind of interesting story about him. After I spent all that time there and they were starting to sort of close up and get ready to leave for the day, they asked me, well, what did you think? And I wasn't quite sure what they were asking me. And I said, think about what? And they said, what did you think about our dollar boxes? I said, well, they were pretty good. I wouldn't have sat here for 2 hours digging if I didn't think there was any value in it. And so I told them that, I buy the cards and I resell them. That's what I do to make my income. And so I said, for me, I have to do this. What you're banking on is somebody that's just going to sit down and dig through this box. And that might be a little bit more difficult find for you when you're doing your dollar boxes this way. They were very unorganized. There was no baseball, football, basketball separated. It wasn't modern players, vintage. It was just kind of all in there, which is perfect for me. That's the way I like it the most because I feel like I will come across something that maybe I didn't think to look at, but because it was randomly in the box, it's something that I was able to pick up. So that was kind of my feedback to them. I said it really depends on who you're targeting. Who do you want to look through these boxes? Someone like me who's going to come up with bulk and then get a bulk deal, which I did get a good price on the bulk from them, or do you want a collector to come through and find one Shaq card and buy that one card? So dollar boxes have to have some sort of a goal in mind, an end consumer, an end user, and that was my best piece of advice to him. So I thought that was kind of an interesting conversation. You don't get that with a dealer very often. But anyway, let's check out my pickups and see how I did. The favorite part of your video viewing, and that is the pickups. So I was actually smart enough, good enough this time to separate all my buys into some bags and boxes. We'll start with this little stack first because it's just those 11 cards I bought out of that 10-cent box. And then I'll kind of tell you what dealer the other ones went with. So let me get you on the stand here and we'll go from there. First one is this little stack of the 10-cent cards that I bought from the big monster dealer up on the stage, monster box dealer on the stage. I'll get some of this out of the way here. All right, so we got a Travis Kelce Contenders Optic. Kelce stuff does pretty well. Contenders Optic is a more top of the line brand. Ken Griffey Jr. I would probably buy any Ken Griffey Jr. at 10 cents. Not a great card. It's a Donruss throwback, but Stadium Club Darryl Strawberry, I just love the photography. A Trevor Lawrence second-year Optic. Bo Jackson out of that Donruss. I've sold a few of those in the past. Joe Burrow Mosaic. Burrow obviously does very well. Here's a couple of Justin Jefferson, an absolute base, and then a Donruss with the helmet off version, and then a Prism Peyton Manning base. I think I could have found more had I spent some more time there digging, but I'd kind of already done my 10-cent box digging for the day, and I try to, at a show, I try to get some 2 for $1 stuff, some 10-cent stuff, some $1 stuff, kind of, some non-sport, some football, some baseball. I try to kind of cover all the different bases, if you will, for lack of a better term. All right, so this plastic shopping bag here, this is all the stuff I got from Matt's table. And pull these out here. So these were all 2 for $1, and then I ended up getting them for about 40 cents. Yeah, I got a little discount at the end as well. I was pretty happy with that. 40 cents plus a top load. It's usually pretty good value. So first one here is Gallery Jeter. I literally sold one of these a couple days ago for $3, I think, $4. So that made sense to pick up. Told you I had bought some old baseball players, but from new products. 3000 Wade Boggs. I really like this set design. Kind of reminds me of some of the cool Crusade 90s type stuff. This Lou Brock Dominators pink. And this Brooke Robinson Dominators pink. Thought those were cool. And this Dan Fouts green and gold. Select die cut. Eli Manning numbered to 100 for 50 cents, 40 cents. It's a good buy. Any mantles at that price I would buy. This is from Tops, one of the Tops 1995 Tops, I think it was. And I'm on green, Bowman Chrome rookie, kind of a legend in the Green Bay area, so picked up a few different Amon Greens, Finest, and then a couple of EX. EX stuff is very premium brand for that time, so that was a good buy. A Josh Jacobs rookie, his stuff sells really well, so I thought, oh, rookie would be nice. Winter stays. I've bought a few of these Shaq inserts before, and they've done okay. A Trout out of Platinum. I really like Bowman Platinum. I think it's underrated. So picked up that Trouty. Rookie Cup Chipper. So this is from 96, I think. 98. Something. 96, I think. Chipper stuff does okay. Ronald Acuna. Diamond Kings. This Whitey Ford numbered out of 2023. Donruss. I know it doesn't have team logos. I get that. A few more of those Mickeys. Sterling Sharp hot card. I thought that was cool. Sometimes when I go through the buys from the first dealer I bought from in the day, I'm like, why did I buy this? But you have to realize you're starting the day out. So I'm not quite in my rhythm yet, and I don't have any other buys under my belt. So I'm just trying to grab stuff to buy, and so it's interesting when I look back at it. There's a base Tom Brady Donruss, an Unleashed Pete Alonso. Love this design, again unlicensed. This one was cool. The stand-up guys, it's got Bernie and Griffey on this side, and then Brady Anderson, and who's the other guy? I don't even know who that is on the other side. A Brave, but I've sold some of these before, so these are kind of fun. You'd normally put another card slide it over the middle of it, and then the card would sort of stand up, and you'd see like Griffey on both sides and so forth. So pretty cool. John Morant Bomb Squad. I love comic design type cards. A Jalen Rieger Gold Standard rookie numbered out of 99. Could have a good year this year with Jalen Hurts. A couple more Mickeys. A Topps Lineage Babe Ruth. Another Diamond Kings Acuna. Winter Stays Bird. Ripken Select Stars. I like this one. Beam Team. Beam Team was a very important insert in the early to mid 90s for football and basketball. I don't know so much on baseball. Maybe it was. But yeah, so that was kind of a no-brainer. This Pro Set Bobby Witt prospect. Another Mickey Mantle. This one I thought was great. The Stadium Club Chrome with Babe Ruth playing the sax. And then another chipper from Pinnacle Express. So this should be 97. All right. And then another Diamond Kings, Mickey Mantle, a George Brett Red, or Pink Refractor. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Mariano Rivera, Locked and Loaded, Cal Ripken Pink, Barry Bonds 92 Bowman Gold. Bought a Emmett Bowman Gold 92 out of a 10-cent box and sold it for like $30. So I don't know exactly how well the Barry Bonds does, but I imagine it's better than 50 cents or 40 cents. And then another one of those Winter Stays Shacks. So nothing like mind-blowing at all on those buys, but it was a way to start the day. So I did get a little deal on these. I probably paid like maybe 7 cents a piece on these. But let's take a look here. So I did pay up a little more for a couple other cards. He had some soccer. So I got these two cards for $5. I got a Topps Chrome base Messi and this really sweet Mbappe insert where it looks like he's in like a cloning chamber or a cryo unit or something. Oh, there's dog hair on it. I'm not even sure what this insert is called, but super, super cool. And he still plays for Paris Saint-Germain, so a little bit more current card than the Messi with his old jersey on, but anyway, picked those both up for $5. I thought that was a steal. I do very well on those soccer players. And then here's all our 10 centers. So they're going to kind of go in runs, obviously, because they were sorted by team. So we got some Vic here, SP, Gridiron Kings. Here's some SBX. Playmaker insert out of Showcase. Fleer Showcase. You can see some of these are not brands you see all day long at shows. Here's a Fleer Ultra insert. So I got a bunch of inserts. I got some color, some numbered stuff. There's a nice Flair insert. Franchise favorite. Here's a couple Roethlisberger Showcase and Topps. Some Randy Moss. These are kind of upside down here. Randy Moss out of Threads playoff. A couple of Josh Allen. Here's Dan Marino $1 million sweepstakes entry. Rewind 99 insert. Jerry Rice, the die cut from Mint. Everyone looks for the die cuts. Fleer Metal. Steve Young die cut. Here's some more Rice, Young. So I don't know that I need to go through all of these with you, but you get the idea. Here's a Fleer Ultra Gold medallion. Steve Young. Fleer throwbacks. You don't see those very often. Topps Draft. Upper Deck Masterpieces, one of my favorite sets of all time. The canvas look. Got some Roethlisberger there. Here's a Jack Lambert Archives. Franco Harris. So again, looking for some of those old players but on new products. Here's a Roger Staubach. Fleer Greats of the Game. Modern set, but Hall of Fame legendary player Emmett, Topps Emmett, MVP. There's a nice Aikman masterpieces. So these just aren't the years and brands you see very often. Here's another Staubach from Upper Deck Legends. This is the blue parallel. You can see the difference here. This is the blue parallel, and then that's the base 20 door set. The blues are also thicker on a thicker cardstock. So got some inserts, some Emmett. There's another blue Romo parallel, Randall Cunningham. Another parallel, the blue Romo. Romo stuff does pretty well. Dak, some more Emmett's. Stars of the NFL, Romo. Out of Prestige. I love these Cowboys Randall Cunningham cards. He does not have very many Cowboy cards, so it's kind of fun. There's another metal Dan Marino. Look at this Bob Greasy out of Certified. Love that. Ernie Holmes from the Steel Curtain, which was a big deal in the 70s. More Roethlisberger. Terry Bradshaw from Legends. Yeah, I just don't see this stuff around very much. Franco Harris. Here's another Franco Harris from the Retrospective Collection, I think it's called. I don't know. Nice, cool insert there with Franco, some Calvin Johnson, couple Staffords, some Bradshaw, Palomalu inserts. I like this one with the hot hands. Bradshaw, Roethlisberger. Here's a Topps Prime Gold. It's thicker and it's got the gold foil on it. It's a nice parallel there. Couple Calvin Blues. So it's neat to, for 10 cents to find main names that sell for me and then also find parallels and stuff. That was quite a shock. So you can see the difference there, the blue and the regular. I don't know if, the dealer just didn't know that or, um, why they were selling them that way, but it was a good opportunity for me to pick some of that stuff up. There's another thick Topps Prime. It's not the gold, but it's the thicker one. More Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss. Lots and lots of Cowboys. Here's some more Vic. Some more Emmett. Surprised to find that much Emmett in there for 10 cents. Here's an Aikman Archives based off his rookie. Some more Vic. So, yeah, super, super, super fun dig there. I didn't get to go through all the teams. I kind of had to do some moving on. There were no Packers in there, stuff like that, but I kind of went to the teams that I thought would have the hottest players, trying to find like some Dion. When you're looking in 10-cent boxes, you're really looking more for the fringe players. So Dion, Calvin Johnson. I didn't see any Barry Sanders in the Lions. So, it wasn't like you were going to find everything in there, but definitely found a few things that I liked. All right, then we'll go to the big non-sport dealer. Got 2 big bags of top loads from him. So plenty of top loads for shipping the next week or two. I do not have another show now until September 15th. I will be set up at that show, but of course I'll also be buying at that show. As any of you know, you're always buying. At least I am. Can't sell if you don't buy. And then you got a list forever. Okay, enough complaining. All right, let me get these out of the way a little bit. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. There's a lot here. More than I thought. I'll slide these back, I think. All right, so I'll do this stack first. So here's some baseball stuff. We got a Jeter fan club, a Jeter scrapbook, a couple of early 80s Cal Ripken, Topps Ripkins, a phone card, Nolan Ryan. I love that stuff. Babe Ruth. Unlicensed. I got to watch that a little bit closer. I think that might matter with Yankee stuff. Figurehead, Ballpark Idols. I've never even heard of this set from Upper Deck, but anyway, Chipper. Buying more Chipper stuff. 92 best Nolan Ryan as a minor leaguer. Pretty cool. Jeter tops. A couple more Jeter tops. Acuna Bowman Chrome. This one's really cool. Nolan Ryan with the MLB logo. And this was a specifically created to celebrate the exclusive partnership between Topps and Major League Baseball. This special set was only available at HTA stores. Continue through 2010 with 50 of the greatest players in MLB history. So I don't know how rare these are or anything, but it was just, as a Nolan Ryan card, especially, that was a no-brainer. Here's another minor league looking card by Upper Deck. Third quarter, a little bit tougher pull. Pop Warner, the copper. Parallel Marino, Roger Staubach, Heroes. Picked up one of these Bledsoes. He had a couple of these, but I remember these Rookie Exchange Upper Deck cards were really, really sought after and high priced. And I thought, well, I'll take a chance on one of those for 30 cents or whatever I'm going to end up getting it for. One of my favorite sets, Topps Fire. This is cool with Aikman and Emmett on it. Love that card. Here's a Phillip Rivers draft picks card from 2016. Silver Prism. I just thought it was pretty cool. Don't see a lot of Phillip Rivers stuff. It's die cut. So I thought that was fun. This one's pretty cool. This is the best of the 80s Sport Flicks. And it's got Cal Ripken. I don't know if you can see this. It's got Cal Ripken and then it's got Robin Yount as it flickers through. Two, solid Hall of Famers. It's a great card. Trying to pick up a little bit more Mariano Rivera. Such an amazing athlete in his time. I think he did some things that others won't really touch. I found this really cool Bowman Refractor die cut card at a 2013 Bowman. So pick that one up. Another Jeter timeline. I've sold a few of those before. All right, maybe I'll just make a stack back there. We'll just keep moving. This one's pretty cool. This was from the Ted Williams set. The football ones sell really well. I haven't done any of the baseball, but Slaughter is the player on this one. These are serial numbered. But these were the LCs or the limited collection or whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called in football, but as a matter of fact, I just sold a Vince Lombardi for $5 or something this week. So I don't know. Thought those would be a good buy. These are cool. This is the Donruss, but it's the Yankees edition, so they're blue. And I got 5 of those. I'm all about the Jeter. Jeter stuff has been selling like crazy. Here's a 2007 Topps base. I think that's yeah, that should be base. Here's another chipper, an MVP. Got this kind of strange little die cut thing going on the end. This little shark's tooth cut. Interesting. This one I really like. The Sports Illustrated 1998 Yankees champions. I love these Sports Illustrated cards. This is for the postseason review. It's, of course, featuring my man Jeter. That was kind of a no-brainer. Certified Cuts, Heritage Collection, Earl Campbell. Been selling a lot of Earl Campbell lately. Thought I'd take a shot at a Jim Thorpe. I think I found a chrome one later on. I probably should have just bought that one instead. But anyway, this Topps halfback. He doesn't have a lot of cards. He's quite a legend. PPF Gold. The gold is a pretty tough parallel. So I got that for Aikman. Gridiron Legends, Joe Namath. Just sold a 1972 Topps Joe Namath yesterday. So those players are finally getting their due, and I'm going to try to pick up a lot of that stuff and get ahead of that game. Barry MVP, Team MVP out of Upper Deck. So nice Barry insert. This is actually technically a rookie card. This is from 2021 Allen and Ginter. Trevor Lawrence. I feel like these cards later on will have some appeal if the player becomes big enough. So thought that was worth picking up. Here's a gold ingot parallel of Emmett. This is Barry Rush Week out of Contenders. Again, a lower printed year, 2016. And I love the Oklahoma State uniform. Here's another Jim Thorpe that I found out of, is this Americana? Panini Golden Age from 2013 Golden Age. Never even heard of that set, so that's the stuff I always want to buy. These, I pick them up whenever I find them. This is the Legacy from Contenders, but it's Emmett and Tebow. So you got two huge markets there to pick from. This one I really liked. It's the red parallel from Score 3D. The red zone, whatever you want to call it. It's got a Charles Woodson, Deion Sanders, and Champ Bailey on it. It's pretty solid lineup. The Chicle, I think is how you pronounce this. Topps National Chicle. Greatest Thrills Super Bowl. Kurt Warner, of course. And then a Gridiron Kings Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey stuff does pretty well for me, so if I find cool stuff, I like to pick it up. Couple of red franchise parallel Starbucks. Here's a Joe Montana Upper Deck MVP. Haven't really seen this card before, so I thought I'd pick it up. Another one of those Tebow Emmets. I just sold the Emmett of this, the All Sport Retro insert. So I figured, well, I'll pick the Aikman up. Emmett did pretty well. It sold fast. Diamond Kings Ozzie Smith. I don't buy a lot of Ozzie Smith, but this is the Expressionists card. I think it is an insert. But how cool is this card? It's with him upside down in the middle of his flip. He always went out and did a backflip. I think it was backflip, front flip, something like that. A flip before he would take his position on defense. So that card is just so cool. I had to have that. And then another Ozzie Smith. This is the members only. The members only stuff's pretty tough to come across, so pick that up. A Jeter World Series Champ MVP insert. All-Star insert out of Tradition. Another top space, 15 tops. Now we got into some non-sport. Here's an Andromeda card. I think this is a promo, P1. So I love those cards. I bought a Max Verstappen. Trying to do a little bit of F1. Don't really know what I'm doing, so I'll just pick up a few here and there. Lewis Hamilton, I know I've heard that name. Just a top space. Just something to get my feet wet. This Steve Marino out of SP Authentic Golf. So it's an older card, 2012. Don't see a lot of golf. It is serial numbered out of 999. I think it's a rookie card for him, so that was a good pickup. A couple of these Topps Heritage flashbacks. I've got the Batman and Robin, and then I've got the Jimi Hendrix Experience. A couple more Jimmy cards I picked up. That Golden Age random set. Look at how awesome that card is. It's like the set was designed for Jimmy. I might actually have to keep that card. It's too cool. And then the American Pie Jimi Hendrix. I've seen this card here or there. It does pretty well. It definitely has buyers. So that's cool. I have this one Sopranos card, and this was a no-brainer. I bought a bunch of these from this dealer at the National. I think I only paid 10 cents for them at that time, but whatever. He had one in this top-loaded box, and I sold all of them. I think I had 12 or 13 that I got in a lot a while ago, and I sold a few here and there, and then somebody bought all the ones left that I had, so I was happy to pick up one of those. It's going to be an easy seller. It's Lord of the Rings Frodo promo card. It's the P1 down there, Lord of the Rings stuff. Super hot right now. A Xena Chrome promo card. Promo 1. Don't see the Chrome very often. Same here with the Charmed promos. This is the Refractors. Pretty cool. Another one of those Barry Rush Week. This Humble Beginnings insert of Steve Rogers. Captain America has a pretty big following. I thought I'd pick this one up and see how it does. Same with this X-Men #1 comic card. X-Men is so big. Rick and Morty. I think this is this is AP17, so it's one of the, I don't think it's a promo card. I think it's an insert, but Rick and Morty stuff's pretty popular, so I picked up a few of those. Some of them are just base cards. Some of them are foil. This is just a base. This is one of those kind of refractory ones. RM, whatever that means. It's another foil one. This one's not even foil. It's just a Oh, this is a promo 7. So that's one of the promo cards. Then I got a couple this one's really cool, this scratch and sniff card. Yeah, those are going to be awesome. So one of the things you don't know about me, but whenever I come across a card of Harry Houdini, I buy it. Harry Houdini grew up in my area. I've always been fascinated with, I've been to his museum. I've been super fascinated with his special abilities. And I'm not going to say he does like pure magic or anything, but just talented beyond what anyone else has been able to do, in my opinion, in magic. So this is from American Pie, so I had to have that. An early Carl Lewis card. I just sold a Sports Illustrated for Kids card of him. This is from 92 Classic. That was pretty good. So a non-sport card. Battlestar Galactica. This is a promo. This Arrow promo. I think this one's really cool. I might actually have some of these. I have a ton of the stuff I bought from this dealer still in the monster boxes from the National. So I might have just bought multiples of stuff I already got, but they're all going to do well, so I'm not worried about it. Skybox Impact Boss insert card of Steve Young with the embossing on it. Pretty cool insert set. Nolan Ryan out of Legendary Cuts. Again, a more rare set. A couple of Pete Alonso rookie cards. I've done really well with Alonso rookie cards. For some reason, I can find them cheap here and there, so I just buy them. This is from Topps Bunt. I think it's a Topps Bunt ad, but it's got a picture of Mattingly's rookie on the front. You got this Mickey Mantle from Kings. So you guys know I love picking up Mantle stuff. All right, then we got one more stack. Let's see, we'll just put some down here. Amanda Nunez Prism. I've bought some Amanda Nunez before, so I don't have any left, so I figured I'd pick that one up. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure promo card for Pro Set, so it's got them on both sides of it there. Picked up some Haley Deegan. I got a tip from, well, Charlie had been talking about her and just talking to some other race people. She's like the future of truck racing, I guess. I don't know. So I picked up a couple of Haley Deegans. I don't know anything about it. I figured I'd try it. Some Prism. Figure Prism can't be too bad there. This is Enterprise promo card. Another one of those Xenas. Conor McGregor Fireworks. I've done pretty well with Conor McGregor stuff. Flashbacks, Star Trek. Hope Solo, I've sold her stuff pretty well. Out of Metal Universe, this Sarah Winter, she's a model. I've sold a couple of hers out of that set. So pick those up. Some Chrome Soccer. I was surprised to see these in here. Road to Qatar. Got a Pulisic and 2 Mbappes. I mean, the Mbappe base like that is good for $5 or $6 a piece, so that was kind of nice. And then I found this Francisco Trinqueo. I love these Goodwin parallels, the foil parallels that are supposed to look like the playing cards. I thought I'd give that one a shot. Bought one Star Wars card, this Boba Fett. This is from Empire Strikes Back. I'm not even really sure what set this is from, but cool looking card. Boba Fett stuff does very well. Loved finding this card. I haven't seen one of these in a while. This is a Fanimation Wayne Gretzky. I bought one of these for like $1 a while ago and sold it really high, like $7 or $8. Game of Thrones promo. Kind of cool. It's got all these little die cut logos out of it. Roose is the Roose Bolton. I don't know who that is, but their stuff is so popular. And then I got one more insert from card from Sopranos. Figured the promo stuff did so well, I'd do that. Borussia Pulisic, so very early Pulisic card. And then last but not least, we've got a King's Mantle, an Acuna, Topps Now. I'm starting to look more at these Now and Instant cards. Pretty cool card. Didn't find a lot of Acuna in there, so I was happy to get that. Jeter, Yankees Checklist. These Coke cards, I bought the Nolan Ryan ones before. The one with his dog by far does the best, so I picked that one up. Post Cereal. Another one of those best. Emmett, members only card. Topps Fire Emmett. First year Stadium Club Dan Marino. Barry Sanders, Topps All-American set. That's an underrated set too. Rogers from Player of the Day, because you know those little short printed sets I love. Montana Spotlight insert from Live, nice chrome. Select Barry Sanders draft. Dan Marino, the stained glass out of Prism. Monday Night Classic, Joe Montana. Romo's Hollow Silver. A Namath, All-American. Barry Sanders, stained glass. The Marino Pinnacle. Montana Gold Zone. Steve Young Game Breakers, Dufex Foil. Joe Namath, Memorable Moment Dufex. Emmett Gallery. Favre, 2009 Heroes. Any 2009 Favre is worth picking up. Emmett SP. Few ponies. You got Sunburst, Las Pegasus, Coloratura, the Olden Pony, Zap Apples, Yearling, and Mud Pie Foil. There was a foil left in there. I must obviously missed that when I was at the National. And then I got a Danica Patrick Red Prism. A Hilly Deegan Rides. This is Prism Silver. A Hilly Deegan Rookie. Just a base card. Orion Lochte Swimmer. Don't see a lot of his stuff. I thought that was a good pickup. 2012. And then Enterprise promo card. And last but not least, a Farscape promo card. All right, and then the last box here, these are all from that last dealer on the corner there with the dollar box. There's some pretty good stuff in here. Went back and rewatched some of the beginning of the video, and there was a Shaq refractor card that I had pulled out at some point. I don't remember if it was the first time when I went past that table or when I went back, but I didn't buy it for some reason, which was really odd. But, you know, you're going to definitely have misses. All right, so we've got a couple of good stacks here. They were all just sleeved. Only a few cards were top loaded. I got a couple. But we'll start here. The first one is this Yankees, or this Topps Chrome Aaron Judge, 1986. Throwback, a Prism Hyper Nolan Ryan. I really like this Mike Davis. This is Rookies and Stars rookie from 2015. I love the multi-shots. It is the red parallel out of 99. Thought that would be good to take a chance on. Prestige bow, nice and shiny. Never go wrong with shiny bows. Jeter, 70 years of Topps. Jeter, the 86 throwback. Got a Justin Jefferson blue press proof. Kind of loading up on Justin Jefferson right now. He sells so good during the season. This is a Cade Cunningham prismatic. Sold a few other prismatics, and Cade Cunningham is hot right now, so I figured I'd pick that up. Here's a few mantles. Got a couple of the home run count ones, and then this 2010 Topps base SP. Got a Joey B numbers insert. Just sold one of those. Here's a 2015 Topps Derek Jeter. An Anthony Edwards Mosaic rookie. Had a really nice summer season. So hopefully that carries over to the regular season. I really like this Cornflakes Hank Aaron. Not something you see real often. This is from 1991. I don't buy a lot of Hank Aaron stuff, but I find something cool like that. I picked that up. Magic Johnson, Team USA from Hoops, I believe. Skybox. This Terrell Davis 97 Fleer Ultra. It's got the shiny lettering on it. This is actually a sample or a promo. Tyrann Mathieu rookie. Just sold a, I don't remember what set it was actually, but I just sold a rookie of his. This is Honey Badger. And Topps Chrome being the premium prism-like set at the time. It's Jason Dominguez. It came into the league, kind of Marvel comic book Creature from the Black Lagoon style card. I thought it was pretty cool. 07 Topps Jeter. Fleer Living Legends Elway. Kind of that cool foil pattern on it. A Devin Booker Prism Silver. There's another prismatic Luca. Jeter Gypsy Queen Sliding Stars. This one I just sold one of these Allen and Ginter, the New Jersey card. These are thicker, but State of New Jersey Jeter. A Match Attacks Mbappe. Top Talent. Never go wrong with Mbappe stuff. 13 Select Bo. So first year Select. What was that, 2012? No, 2012 was Prism. 2013 I think is Select. 2017 Certified Brady. Just don't come across those very often. Kirk Cousins Certified Orange out of 199. Dion, this 89 Topps throwback, if you will, but it's also the foil board. I had a few of these in the store, and somebody bought all of them, so I was happy to pick one of these up. This is Posada, Rodriguez, and Jeter, 07 Topps shortstops. A couple of these Stadium Club base. Really picking up Jeter. He's been a big seller for me. 99 Chrome. Yeah, 99 Topps Chrome. Peyton. Nick Bosa rookie playoff. Acuna. Acuna Topps Chrome refractor. New World Order Tiger Woods from 2002, I believe. So an older Tiger. NBA All-Stars out of Victory, Shaq. Lucky 13 Fleer Ultra. Fleer Ultra Gold Medallion, John Elway. Ronald Acuna Spectra Prism. Phenomenal Athletes, Randy Moss, the Extra Points Parallel. Randy Moss, Millennium Monsters, pretty cool. Embossed card, I like that one. Topps Heritage Dion. 96 Topps Jeter Rookie Cup card. I don't know why I bought another one of these. I have like a stack of these right now, but I don't know, it's just a cool card, so. Topps Chewing Gum Company. This is 2007 Topps. I think it's like a retro style throwback card. Donruss Candy Stripe Cal Ripken out of 2021. Brady Numbers Game score. Emmett Optic Hollow. It's Charles Barkley Fleer Metal. Cunha Rookie Cup Opening Day. Dion Close-Up. Just listed one of those this morning. There's a Jeter Topps, Topps Stadium Club Chrome. Magic Johnson Prism Silver. Penny Hardaway Shredders from Metal. Justin Jefferson Clearly Donruss. And a Bowman Black die cut foil. Ben Roethlisberger. Pretty cool. Looks so cool with the uniform. Color match. So I like all of those. I really found cool stuff to buy from this dealer. Here's a 93 Bowman throwback, I think it is. Derek Jeter chrome base. Scottie Pippen Super. This is from Signature Rookies. And it is super acrylic. I don't know. Just interesting card. And it's like clear on the back. Had to pick that up. Classics Monday Night Heroes. Randy Moss Chrome. Calvin Johnson. Men of Mastery Silver Prism. Mosaic Prism. Larry Fitz, Triple Threads, numbered out of 250. Topps Chrome, Refractor Jeter. And then we get to the Jordans. So nothing super high end, of course, but some fun stuff. These Elements of Style Upper Deck Jordans. Got 2 of those. Let's see, I got a few of these different, what do they call these? Reels? Can't even remember now, but there's like 100 of these in the set, and I sell them very regularly. So 50 Point Club out of the Tops. This is 1992. Oops, All-Star Game. I like the All-Star Game. You don't see a lot of All-Star Game cards. This is the Milestones card out of 91 Hoops. 92, 93, I believe. Yeah, 91, 92 Upper Deck. Here's another All-Star uniform. I literally just sold a copy of this last week. Oops. Here is the Triumphs Jordan. I think this is from one of the Jordan sets, but anyway, cool looking card. It's him very early on, and I think he's wearing Jordan 1s there. So that kind of stuff matters with Jordan. Yeah, Rookie of the Year honors. Hoops. Here's a couple of 91 Fleer. Actually, 3 of those. Here's a scoring leader. This is another one honoring the Rookie of the Year. Bunch of these. Jordan set ones. I got a few of those. This one's cool. This Greats of the Game Jordan with Carolina. That's from 2000 Greats of the Game basketball. Another one of those real ones. Season Achievement from Fleer. A few more of those. MJ Timeline. A couple different timeline cards. It's a Bulls team card from 93-94. Of course, it's got Jordan featured on it there. Collector's Choice, the scouting report on Jordan from the finals, 93-94 finals. A couple more of those exclusive Jordan set ones. Got a few of those. These are from the Michael Jordan Legacy set. So then I also found some Kobe. So I got a Fleer Tradition Kobe. One of the Kobe Bryant set cards. I can't remember what these were called. I think they were just Kobe. He was the MVP or something like that. Team MVP from Upper Deck. And then these are a couple of the NBA Championship cards from 99-2000. And of course, Kobe is in there somewhere. There he is right there. And then Shaq's in there too. So sold a few of those before they've done well. A rookie, Tim Tebow out of Prestige. An Optic college ticket, Bryce Young. Don't think there's going to be a lot of Bryce Young cards this year. Licensed stuff anyway. I know it's college uniform, but still. An Erling Haaland Stadium Club Chrome base. A couple of these foil, I think these were player of the day. You got the Favre and the Elway. Favre in the Falcons uniform is pretty sweet. The foil ones are not as easy to get. Here is a from the National, LeBron James. I picked up 3 of these UK issue, so this is Topps UK Otanis, and then this pristine Otani borders. It's got the Japanese flag on it, and then a Shohei mosaic silver checkerboard. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the patterns are called. I have to look them up usually. Trading card day, Otani had a few of those in the past. I sold them at Topps Now. That stuff does well for him. And then the 2 top-loaded cards, I've got this Mojo Nolan Ryan Topps Chrome. And last but not least, a Ronald Acuna Unleashed Optic. Sold a few of these in the past. So I know they're not licensed, but Acuna is just super hot right now, so they sell very well. It's a super cool looking card. I don't know if you care so much about the team when you look at what else is going on in the card. Lions and all that, Bears and all that stuff. So, and that's it. Those are my total pickups for the day. Let me know what you think. Thanks everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.